Hello, and this is my April tier list. Now, before you start freaking out, please watch the end of the video because some things are kind of explained, like why the Peacekeeper is all the way up there in the God section, and why there's two Peacekeepers for that matter. Okay, so like always, if you have a disagreement, please put them in the comments. I like to hear about it. And I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. So notice there's no D class. I consider D below everyone else. C is good all around, B's above average, and then A's you need to fix something. And then God's obviously like there's a really big problem. So the Kensei and Raider are down in the C because like most of the Vanguard characters, they're just okay all around. They have no amazing abilities. The only reason the Warden's up in the B is because he has his, people call it a vortex, but I call it a loop, his block break loop. But these two characters are lacking that kind of loop, so they're down in the C because they're just good all around. They're not amazing. The Berserker was a hard choice between B and C, but ultimately I ended up in C because out of the three fast assassin-y murder characters, he's probably the worst. And then we move on to the Lawbringer, who again was a problem for me because there's either two kind of Lawbringers. There are the I'm going to destroy you in every single fight Lawbringer, and the I suck Lawbringer. So he's a really versatile character. They can be unstoppable and they can be terrible. So ultimately I put him in a balanced character. I've heard rumors that he is getting a buff. Same with the Raider. I can't confirm they're true, but I've heard them. So that might be happening in the near future. Moving on to B, we have Sugoku, however you want to pronounce it, who is up in B because he has his I'm gonna snap your back chiropractor move, which it could be a one-hit or almost a one-hit kill. Then we have the Orochi and Nobushi, who a lot of people describe as the cancer of this game. I'm not going to go into details, but I put them in B because they are above average. The Warden's up there because of his block break loop, which is overpowered. It should be fixed. Now I'm going to skip to the God/B area. So the Peacekeeper's up in God because on systems like PC and Xbox, she is banned in tournament play for a lot of tournaments because the frames per second are hard to counter with. But then on PC, she is counterable, which is why she's at B for PC. And then for Xbox and PlayStation, she's up at God. So they are probably going to fix that because there shouldn't be characters banned from tournaments. If you want a video going into more detail on the Peacekeeper, I'm sure you can find one, or I can make one. I'm willing to do that if people really want it. Now moving on to A. So the new meta currently is I'm going to block all your attacks and wait for an opening, which is why the people with the shield are so good. But then they also add to the rage factor where it's easier for them to get rage because they're blocking all your attacks, and it just goes so on and so on. I've seen Conquerors take on entire teams, 4v1. They need to fix some stuff. That's all I have to say about A. And like always, again, if you have any comments, anything you want to say, please add it. I like to hear, and it helps me with my next videos or future videos. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you.